Welcome to this episode number 6 in a series entitled Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. I am Father Ron Will, speaking to you from Precious Blood Renewal Center in Liberty, Missouri. Many of you probably remember the movie some years ago entitled Close Encounters of the Third Kind. An encounter of the third kind is the sighting of a non-human being. An encounter of the fourth kind is not just the sighting, but the actual encounter of a human being and a non-human being. This series invites you to go deeper into your relationship with God, to plunge into that deeper relationship. It is an invitation to enter into the divine embrace. In today's episode, we will join Mary Magdalen on Easter morning outside the tomb of Jesus, who was crucified and buried there 3 days ago. Listen as I read from the Gospel according to John, chapter 20, beginning in verse 1. Early in the morning, on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and saw that the stone was removed from the entrance. She ran at once to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, gasping for breath. "They took the Master from the tomb. We don't know where they've put him." Peter and the other disciple left immediately for the tomb. They ran neck to neck. And the other disciple got to the tomb first, outrunning Peter. Stooping to look in, he saw the pieces of linen cloth lying there, but he didn't go in. Simon Peter arrived after him, entered the tomb, observed the linen cloths lying there, and the kerchief used to cover his head, not lying with the linen cloths, but separate, neatly folded by themselves. Then the other disciple, the one who had gotten there first, went into the tomb, took one look at the evidence, and believed. No one yet knew from the scripture that he had to rise from the dead. The disciples then went back home. But Mary stood outside the tomb weeping. As she wept, she knelt to look into the tomb and saw 2 angels sitting there, dressed in white, one at the head, the other at the foot of where Jesus' body had been. They said to her, "Woman, why do you weep?" "They took my master," she said, "and I don't know where they put him." After she said this, she turned away and saw Jesus standing there, but she didn't recognize him. Jesus spoke to her, "Woman, why do you weep? Who are you looking for?" She, thinking that he was the gardener, said, "Sir, if you took him, tell me where you put him so I can care for him." Jesus said, "Mary." Turning to face him, she said in Hebrew, "Rabboni," meaning teacher. Jesus said, "Don't cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go to my brothers and tell them, I ascend to my Father and your Father, my God and your God." Now, I invite you to close your eyes and get comfortable. Relax your whole body. Breathe in deeply through your mouth. Hold it. Breathe out through your nose. Slowly and completely. Breathe in deeply again. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Again, breathe in deeply. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Let all the tension drain from your shoulders. Relax your neck, your facial muscles, even your eyelids. Just relax. Breathe in deeply. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Now see yourself in your mind's eye standing outside the tomb where Jesus was buried. It is just beginning to get light. The morning air is a bit cool. There is a bit of dew on the plants in the garden. The stone has been rolled away from the entrance. You approach the open tomb and feel a slight warmth come from within it, in contrast to the morning air. It's as if there had been a fire inside the tomb and the heat is still radiating out. Mary Magdalene comes up beside you. You both stoop to look inside. You both see, in the darkness, the form of two individuals who seem to glow with a light from within them, at the foot and head of where Jesus was. You hear them ask Mary, "Woman, why are you weeping?" Mary answers through her tears, "They have taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they have put him." In the dim light, you see someone walk up behind Mary and yourself. You hear him ask Mary, "Woman, why are you weeping? Who are you looking for?" Mary replies, "If you have taken him away, tell me where you have put him." He responds, "Mary." Mary immediately recognizes the voice as that of Jesus, and her face lights up with joy. Jesus turns to you now, calls you by name, and asks, "Where in your heart are you weeping? Where in your heart are you experiencing my absence?" You think about that for a moment and then share with Jesus where you are weeping in your heart and why. you hear Jesus respond, stating your name. Trust me in the midst of your messy world. Detach yourself from the disturbances around you. Instead of striving to maintain order and control in your little world, relax and remember that circumstances cannot touch my peace. The peace I give is sufficient for you. You respond, Jesus, I believe that you love your people and you will not allow the concerns I named to prevent them from experiencing your love through your risen life, radiating out of your heart. I recommit myself to be a channel of your love in my world. You have just had an encounter of the fourth kind. Continue to sit for a couple of minutes of silence and continue to experience that encounter. Savor it. Then join me again next month for another close encounter of the fourth kind. In the meantime, may God bless you.